Hello, I'm Griffith,
I'm Alex.
and together we compiled a pair of linear algebra zines specifically talking about the singular value decomposition.
When I first heard about the singular value decomposition, I was able to understand a bit about the application, but the math behind it was a little bit more complex. And so I set out to make part of these zines in order to explain the mathematics behind the singular value decomposition and combine the application and the abstract understanding with a more mathematical understanding.
So the first zine we have is just a linear algebra for the singular value decomposition zine, and it talks about the basics of linear algebra. So it talks about matrices and operations on matrices, as well as why they're important, and then it also talks about eigenvalues and eigenvectors.
Once you understand these basic linear algebra concepts, you'll be able to understand the math behind the singular value decomposition that we talk a little bit more about in our singular value decomposition zine. And then, after we talk about the basics of proving it, we also include some applications, including code that you can download for MATLAB, Python, and Wolfram Alpha.
These zines were designed so that they can be read by anyone with a high school understanding of algebra, but they're also aimed at an audience who's looking at getting any sort of more in-depth view at the singular value decomposition. If you're too intimidated by the math, don't worry, you can also just walk through the logic of the singular value decomposition and skip the sections on the math.
Mm-hmm. We try to make this as accessible as possible for as many people as possible, and to make the singular value decomposition a little bit friendlier. We don't want to come across like a textbook, we don't want to come across like a teacher lecturing at you, we want to come across like students who are learning in the same way that you'll be learning now. Thank you!